Mythical animals have fascinated humans for centuries. These creatures often have extraordinary abilities. They appear in folklore, religion, and popular culture. From dragons to unicorns, mythical animals capture our imagination.
Historical examples abound. The kraken, a giant sea monster, terrified sailors. The phoenix, a bird that rises from its ashes, symbolizes rebirth. The griffin, with the body of a lion and the head of an eagle, represents strength and courage.
These creatures have left a lasting impact on cultures worldwide. Mythical animals serve various purposes. They explain natural phenomena. They embody virtues and vices. They entertain and inspire. Despite their fictional nature, these creatures feel real in many ways.
People believe in mythical creatures for many reasons. Firstly, they fulfill a deep-seated human need for wonder. The idea of dragons flying high or unicorns roaming free fills our hearts with awe. This sense of wonder keeps the belief alive.
Secondly, myths provide explanations. In ancient times, scientific knowledge was limited. People used myths to explain the unknown. A thunderstorm might be attributed to an angry god. A mysterious footprint could be evidence of a yeti. These stories made sense of a confusing world.
Thirdly, mythical creatures are deeply embedded in culture. They appear in literature, art, and religion. Stories passed down through generations reinforce belief. They become part of our collective consciousness.
Lastly, many find comfort in myths. They offer hope, escapism, and meaning. Believing in something extraordinary can make life more magical. This emotional connection makes it hard to let go of these beliefs.
Some scientists and enthusiasts argue for the existence of mythical animals. They point to unexplained phenomena. For instance, some claim that large, uncharted areas could hide unknown species. The deep ocean is often cited as a place where giant creatures might exist.
Fossil records also fuel speculation. Certain prehistoric animals bear striking resemblances to mythical creatures. For example, the discovery of dinosaur fossils might explain dragon legends. Similarly, the bones of ancient giant birds could be linked to the myth of the rock.
Eyewitness accounts add another layer. Over the years, many people have reported seeing mythical creatures. While skeptics dismiss these as hoaxes or misidentifications, some believe they hold truth. These reports keep the debate alive.
Lastly, some argue that myths are based on real encounters. Ancient peoples might have interacted with now extinct species. These encounters could have been exaggerated over time, becoming the fantastic tales we know today.
Conversely, many scientists dismiss the existence of mythical animals. They argue that if such creatures existed, we would have concrete evidence. Despite countless expeditions and advanced technology, no credible proof has surfaced. This lack of evidence is a strong argument against their existence.
Moreover, many supposed sightings are easily debunked. Misidentifications, hoaxes, and optical illusions explain most reports. For example, large shadows or floating debris can be mistaken for sea monsters. These explanations are often more plausible than the existence of mythical creatures.
Scientific principles also play a role. Evolution and biology provide frameworks for understanding animal life. Mythical creatures often defy these principles. For instance, a fire-breathing dragon would violate known laws of physics and biology. This makes their existence highly unlikely.
Lastly, the psychological aspect is significant. Humans have a propensity for pattern recognition and storytelling. Our brains are wired to make sense of the world through narratives. This tendency can lead to the creation and perpetuation of myths.
Believing in mythical animals has its benefits.
Firstly, it sparks imagination and creativity. Stories of dragons and unicorns inspire art, literature, and film. They enrich our cultural landscape and fuel innovation.
Secondly, myths can teach valuable lessons. Many mythical animals embody moral values. For example, the phoenix represents resilience and renewal. These stories can serve as powerful metaphors for real-life challenges and virtues.
Thirdly, belief in mythical creatures fosters curiosity. It encourages exploration and discovery. The quest to find these creatures has led to significant scientific advancements and discoveries, even if the creatures themselves remain elusive.
Lastly, myths create a sense of wonder and magic. They add a layer of enchantment to our world. This can be comforting and uplifting, providing a respite from the mundanity of everyday life.
Section 6. The cons of believing in mythical animals. However, there are downsides to believing in mythical animals. Firstly, it can lead to misinformation. Myths can skew our understanding of the natural world. This can hinder scientific progress and education. Secondly, belief in mythical creatures can be exploited. Hoaxes and scams prey on people's willingness to believe. This can lead to financial loss and emotional distress. For instance, fake sightings or artifacts may be sold for profit, deceiving the gullible. Thirdly, it can create unrealistic expectations. Believing in fantastical creatures can lead to disappointment. When reality falls short of these expectations, it can cause disillusionment. Lastly, it can divert resources. Time and money spent on mythical creature hunts could be better used elsewhere. Focusing on real conservation efforts and scientific research is more beneficial. These endeavors have tangible positive impacts on our world. Section 7. The necessity of evidence in the modern world. In today's world, evidence is crucial. Technology has advanced rapidly. Cameras and recording devices are ubiquitous. This makes it easier to capture credible proof. Despite this, no verifiable evidence of mythical animals has been found. The scientific method relies on evidence. Claims must be supported by data and rigorous testing. Without this, they remain speculative. This approach has led to countless discoveries and advancements. It is a reliable way to understand our world. Moreover, critical thinking is essential. We must evaluate information carefully. This means questioning sources and seeking multiple perspectives. In the age of misinformation, this skill is more important than ever. Ultimately, belief should be grounded in evidence. This does not diminish the beauty or value of myths. They can still inspire and entertain. However, distinguishing between fiction and reality is key to progress.
Section 8. Personal reflection on mythical creatures. Personally, I find the idea of mythical creatures fascinating. They add a sense of magic to our world. Stories of dragons, unicorns, and other creatures have always captivated me. They fuel my imagination and creativity. However, I also value evidence and scientific inquiry. While I love the stories, I recognize they are just that, stories. This does not lessen their impact or significance. It simply places them in the realm of fiction. I believe that myths serve an important purpose. They teach lessons, inspire art, and bring people together. But in the end, the quest for truth is paramount. We must base our understanding of the world on evidence and reason. In conclusion, while I cherish the magic of mythical creatures, I understand the necessity of evidence. It is a delicate balance, but one that enriches both our imaginations and our reality.
Section 9. Conclusion. Mythical animals have captured human imagination for centuries. They appear in folklore, literature, and art. People believe in them for many reasons, from the need for wonder to cultural tradition. However, scientific scrutiny often debunks these beliefs. Believing in mythical creatures has its pros and cons. It can inspire creativity and teach valuable lessons, yet it can also lead to misinformation and exploitation. In today's world, evidence is vital. With technology at our disposal, we must rely on credible proof. Ultimately, while mythical animals are enchanting, we must distinguish fiction from reality. They will always have a place in our stories and hearts. But our understanding of the world must be grounded in evidence and reason. This balance enriches both our imaginations and our pursuit of truth.